We have all probably heard of Harriet Tubman. She was an example of unwavering faith and endless action to back it up. She was born Araminta Ross as a slave in Maryland around 1821. Life as a slave was difficult. Harriet first lived in a one-room cabin with her family that included 11 children. When she was only 6 years old, she was loaned out to another family where she helped take care of a baby. She was sometimes beaten, and all she got to eat was table scraps, and her nickname was Minty. Later, Harriet worked a number of jobs on the plantation, such as plowing fields and loading produce into wagons. She became strong doing manual labor that included hauling logs and driving oxen. Because of the cruelty of her various masters, she desired to somehow escape from bondage from a very early age and free others as well. She would later recall, "I had seen their tears and sighs, and I had heard their groans, and would give every drop of blood in my veins to free them." At the age of 13, Harriet received a horrible head injury. It happened when she was visiting the town. A slave owner tried to throw an iron weight at one of his slaves, but it hit Harriet instead. The injury nearly killed her and caused her skull to crack, which affected her health for the rest of her life, often in the form of seizures, dizzy spells, and blackouts. Around this same time, she took her mother's name, Harriet. Around 1844, she married a free black man named John Tubman and took his last name. During this time, there were states in the northern United States where slavery was outlawed. Slaves would try to escape to the north using the Underground Railroad. This wasn't a real railroad. It was a number of safe homes called stations that hid slaves as they traveled north on foot. The people that helped the slaves were called conductors. Slaves would move from station to station at night, hiding in the woods or sneaking onto trains until they finally reached the north and freedom. In 1849, in fear that she, along with other slaves on the plantation, were to be sold, Tubman decided to escape. She would use the Underground Railroad. She set out one night on foot, and with some assistance from a friendly white woman, Tubman was on her way. She followed the North Star by night, and after a long and scary trip, she made it to Pennsylvania and was finally free. Harriet wanted to help others, including her family, to safety, so she joined the Underground Railroad as a conductor. She chose to do so after hearing that her niece was soon to be auctioned off. Harriet became famous as an Underground Railroad conductor. She led 19 different escapes from the South and helped around 300 slaves to escape. She became known as Moses because, like Moses in the Bible, she led her people to freedom. Harriet was truly brave. She risked her life and freedom to help others. She also helped her family, including her mother and father, in their 70s to escape. She was never caught and never lost a slave. Harriet Tubman understood the importance of the North Star. It was steadfast and immovable. She could count on it. She relied on it to lead her and others to safety. She became the North Star herself, steadfast and immovable in the cause of freedom. She didn't just look at the North Star and dream. She rolled up her sleeves and went to work. She became the North Star to others who were looking for freedom, safety, and inspiration, both black and white alike. Her example and strength and action moved the anti-slavery cause forward. Many joined the cause and gave their help and services because of her example and her sacrifice. As we look at the North Star in our lives, the Savior stands above them all. He is steadfast and immovable, and as we look to Him and roll up our sleeves and follow His example, we can have a great impact on others, calling them to the great work of helping humanity. Follow the North Star. Become the North Star. Be like Harriet Tubman and look for those who need your help to find a place of safety and happiness.